Ramirez, and welcome to Fitness for Summer 2020 21st Century Programming. This is AJ. He just graduated kindergarten. He's now a first grader. Yeah, AJ. Alright, so you're going to see him at the beginning of every single video before the lesson. He's going to be in there to show the importance of stretching and drinking water. Because you guys may be outside or you can do this inside, and I'm going to need you guys passing out. So it's important to know when you guys are sick, don't feel well, tired, or just need a break. It's important to go take a rest when you need to. Okay? So now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start doing stretches. Ready, AJ? Alright, me and AJ are going to help you guys show how to do the stretches, and some of them AJ is going to do by himself. The first one we're going to do is what AJ is doing right now. It's a right arm stretch. We're going to do that for 10 seconds. Ready, AJ? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, AJ. Now we're going to go to the left arm stretch. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, AJ. Now we're going to do arm circles. If you're doing this with somebody, make sure you give them enough room so you can both do it at the same time. Right? Ready, AJ? We're going to do this for 10 seconds. We're going to go frontwards first. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong, buddy. Now we're going to go backwards. Alright, guys? AJ went backwards there, but now he's going to go frontwards. We're going to go frontwards. Okay, I'll do backwards. Ready? Okay, we're going to do this for 10 seconds. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hey.
Alright, now we're going to do leg stretches.
Yes, this is backward. This is front.
Yep, showed you guys a great skill to know. Ready? As you can see, AJ's taking a break now, because it's hot out here. Again, it's important to know when you need to break or need water. If you need that at any point, take your time and rest. And you can come back to the video. Ready, AJ? Now we're going to do leg stretches. You put your legs together, and you go down for 10 seconds. Ready, AJ? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to spread our legs apart. After AJ takes a little quick breath, right side for about 10 seconds. Ready, AJ? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to go down to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to go down the middle after AJ gets a little break. Again, it's important to take breaks. It's really hot out here, you guys. Ready, AJ? Okay, we're going to go down the middle. Ready, buddy? Here we go. Down the middle. Ready? Go.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can get another little break. We've been out here for a while. Remember, guys, get water and air if you need it. Alright. Now these next set of stretches, AJ's going to do all by himself. Okay, what we're going to do is you can get on the ground, AJ. Spread your legs, you're going to go to the right side first. Ready, AJ?
Yeah.
Go. 1, 2, 3.
I count.
Okay, go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, now you're going to the left side.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Good job, AJ. Now you guys need to go to class for 10 seconds. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good job, AJ. Now you guys need to get up. Ready, AJ? Now we're going to do jumping jacks for about 10 seconds. AJ's going to do this all by himself. Ready, AJ?
Yes.
Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Good job.
11.
Next, what we're going to do is we're going to jog in place. Alright? You know how to do that, AJ?
Yeah.
Alright. AJ's going to demonstrate how to do it first. for about 10 seconds. Ready, AJ? Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good job. As you can see, AJ's a little tired and sweaty, so he's going to take a little break, which is important to do, you guys. Alright, guys. The next thing you guys are going to do is they're going to be called liners. And the run essentially. You're going to choose 3 different spots. You're going to choose a starting point, a middle point, and then an end point. What you're going to do is you're going to run to the middle point, which will be right here, and you're going to run back. And once you reach over here, you're going to go to the end point. Stop over here, then you're going to run back. You can do this about 3 or 5 times, depending on what you guys are going to do. AJ here is going to do it 3 times for the sake of the video not being too long. Ready, AJ? Go. One. That's 2. One more. That's 3. Good job, AJ. Alright, guys. Hope you guys are warmed up for the start of the lesson. Again, you're going to see that at the beginning of every single video. It may not be the same video that's 2, but you're going to see it at the beginning of every single lesson. It's because that's important to know that you guys need to stretch and need to take breaks before you actually start the lesson. Make sure you guys are drinking water the entire time. Make sure you guys are warmed up and ready to go. Because you guys, if you do not stretch, you may pull a muscle or something like that once we start the lesson, once you guys are running. Again, if you guys need, make sure your parents are watching you outside. Or again, if you're tired, feeling sick, you need a rest, go inside, go to your parents, have them help you. Make sure, again, you guys drink plenty of water if you're doing this outside. At least in Texas, because in Texas it's really hot and humid out here with us. Alright? We're going to start the lesson, okay? Alright, hey guys. Now that y'all saw the warm-up video, again, we are going to be inside because of the rain. But we will be doing the second half of the food pyramid. Now, that first part of the video, y'all should be able to do inside just to get a little exercise, just to get a little warm-up. Although we would not be doing a lot of active things in this lesson, at least. In the next lesson, we'll be going back to doing fitness stuff. But this does correlate with fitness in that we're going to be doing the second half of the food pyramid, which is, again, going to show you guys what you guys should eat, shouldn't eat when you guys are exercising, okay? So, we left off on the second pillar of the food pyramid. You guys should have it made on your papers. This is, again, mine. Just to quickly recap, the first one was foods that you should not eat every day, which are your sodas, your candies, cakes, all that stuff that you can have every once in a while. The second part of the food pyramid was a tricky one in that it's stuff that you can eat every day, but not large amounts of it. It should be small amounts, and it should be incorporated or a part of a larger meal, a decent, good meal, maybe like chicken or mashed potatoes. You want to give a little bit more flavor, put some butter in there, but not too much. So now the third part of the food pyramid is going to be a little bit bigger than the second part. Go ahead and create mine. That's how I made mine. You should try and do the same. So in this part, it's stuff you should have like 2 servings a day. 2 servings mean like lunch and dinner. That's what I mean by 2 servings. So 2 servings. Right there on the side for the third one. Right here. And this is going to be your meat, your eggs, beans, nuts, and things like that. Stuff that you eat in a normal big entree. So, lost the marker. When we come to this part of the pyramid, it's going to be a little bit tricky in regards to meat. For example, chicken is something that is necessarily good for you, while fajita or ribs, too much of that can lead to
heart disease and stuff like that in the future. So that's why this should be 2 servings a day, and it should be something that you guys keep an eye out for. The reason for this is because although meat is a big part of meals, a lot of meals every single day, and is a big part of the food pyramid, which is a big part of this pyramid, certain meat like red meat, so that means any ribs, any fajita, things like that, red meat that's not chicken, turkey, for example, too much of that can lead to heart disease and can be bad for you in the future. That's why you have to keep an eye out for what you eat and how much of it every single day. You want to, throughout the week, maybe throw in some red meat, keep it mainly white meat like chicken, turkey, and every now and then, every other day, possibly have some red meat like fajita or some ribs or something like that, because it is good. It does taste good. So throughout the week, keep it fairly even about how much red meat and stuff that you eat, and even eggs, for example. That is a big part of this section of the pyramid. You can have that for breakfast, but every day, egg whites are good for you. The egg yolk every single day is not necessarily good for you because it contains a lot of fat, a lot of things that bring up your cholesterol. So if you're going to eat eggs every single day, maybe try to not eat the egg yolk and try egg white instead. That's the white part of the egg and not the yellow part. Also, beans every single day is a big part. Is a big part of this section of the pyramid. It's 2 servings per day. Have it for lunch. Have it for dinner. Depends on which type of beans. Beans too. Black beans are really good for you. You can eat those every single day. And a big part of this section of the pyramid are nuts. So peanuts, macadamia nuts, almonds, things like that. Those are good for you to snack on too throughout the day. All right. So this is how I labeled my pyramid. That's the 3rd section. So now the 4th section is going to be a little bit bigger than this, because it is a bigger part of the food pyramid and a healthier part too, which is going to be something you can have 3 to 5 times a day, or servings a day. It's going to be milk, cheese, yogurt, things like that. So I labeled mine. So when we say milk, cheese, yogurt, it doesn't mean constantly eat yogurt, constantly eat milk, or constantly eat cheese. I'm not saying that at all. Do not do that. Because sometimes even 2% milk, things like that, a lot of it can be very unhealthy for you, because there are a lot of chemicals in a lot of the things that we eat nowadays. So maybe same thing with cheese. I like to eat Kraft cheese, but a lot of it is processed and it's not necessarily good for you. So again, it depends on what type of specific milk, specific cheese, specific yogurt. For example, almond milk, you can drink plenty of that throughout the whole day, 3 to 5 servings. Cereal, things like that. I tried it in cereal. It's pretty good. Yogurt. Certain yogurts are good for you. So I'm not saying to go and eat your Go-Gurts constantly, because although it does taste good and although it does have some nutrients, it is also a lot of it bad for you. But to encourage, you can try Greek yogurt, different things like that. A lot of it you can eat, a lot of it you can snack on throughout the whole day. And it is a big part of the food pyramid, hence it is a bigger portion. All right, so now we're going to move on to a different part of the food pyramid, which is going to be, we're going to draw another triangle, of course. A little bit bigger. Mine's starting to look like a box in a tree. I'm running out of room. So in this one, we're going to label it 3 to 5 servings a day. And in here, we can put the whole meal, your whole meals. Cereals. Now when I say cereals, it doesn't mean like Fruity Pebbles, Fruit Loops. It means Cheerios, that type of stuff, your wholehearted cereals. Breads. Now when we say breads, it means like wheat bread, not necessarily white bread. Your potatoes, your pasta and rice. So I label mine. This is a bigger section of the pyramid because when you eat a meal, you should have a lot more of this than you do the other things. Now, rice can be a meal on its own. When we say rice, it doesn't necessarily mean like fried rice, because too much fried rice can be bad for your cholesterol, etc. But white rice you can have plenty of. Same with pasta. There's certain types of pasta that you can have large amounts of, like wheat pasta. There's wheat pasta, regular pasta. A lot of it is a lot of calories, and if you eat a lot of it every single day, it can lead to weight gain as well. And unless you're running it off, of course, because pasta is a meal that you can take before like a big basketball game, a big soccer game, anything like that. So now we're going to move on to the last part of the pyramid, last part of the lesson, which is going to be a bigger part of the pyramid. You see, mine kind of looks like a box now, not necessarily a pyramid. Which is going to be your greens. Now this, you can have 5 servings all day. You guys time to write that in? I wrote it there. Now here is going to be your greens, so we're going to put vegetables, your salads, and fruit. This is a bigger part of the pyramid, the biggest, because you can have, you should be having a lot of these specific types of foods with your meals. Vegetables, of course, you have carrots, potatoes, even different things like that. Salads, you all know what salads is. You can eat plenty of that. It's very light on your stomach too, so you won't feel too heavy if you eat a lot of salad. And then fruit. You guys can snack on fruit all day, whatnot. Strawberries, bananas, not too many bananas, because there's a lot of potassium. But strawberries, blueberries, different types of berries that you guys can eat. And again, this is the bigger part of the portion of the pyramid, the biggest. I know mine looks like a Christmas tree, almost like a box instead of a pyramid, but I tried. So, now that you guys completed your food pyramid, you all can go hang that up somewhere in your room, in the kitchen, just somewhere so you can see after you work out what you can eat, what's good to eat, how much of it, and whatnot. All right? I'll see you guys on the next lesson. We should be doing something more active than these first two. All right, see you guys later.